Hey guys, what's going on? Super Turtles here, and today what we got is some Black Ops 1 gameplay, but the gameplay isn't about, the video. The video is going to be about the top 5 things that we want in Black Ops 3 Zombies. So, we're just going to go from 5 and work our way up to 1, and so let's get into it. Number 5. So for number 5, I chose that we want some huge maps. Black Ops 2, we got some bigger maps, with just a couple that come to mind are Origins, obviously, is a giant map, and Map of the Dead was actually pretty big too, really complex. So I actually find those like really, really fun to play because one, there's obviously a lot of training spaces where you can just get a lot of stuff done, but also because when you play with multiple people, you don't want to be playing a small map like town with like 4 people. I mean, it's fun with your friends, but really when you're trying to get to a high round, sometimes it just gets really annoying and you're just basically camping. But when you play like a big map like Origins, there are just a ton of spots where you can train and you just try to get to a high round like that. So I think bigger maps would just be a little bit more fun for people trying to go for high rounds, and I think overall they could put a lot more stuff into a bigger map, obviously, with like tiny Easter eggs and hints as we saw in Mob of the Dead. There were tons of Easter eggs that some people didn't even pick up, like the golden spork stuff. Obviously, that's a reference to what the escapees of Alcatraz would use to dig out of their cells to escape. And just those little Easter eggs, and there's a ton in Origins too. So going into number 4, we want new characters. Now, I know if you guys have ever talked to me about zombies before, I hated the characters that were in Black Ops 2 with like Misty and Marlton and all them. They were just not good characters. That being said, the original 4 characters, Richtoff and Dempsey. Jeez, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, all those I really enjoyed them. I think they were good characters, really well developed. And I think that there's been a leaked picture from Black Ops 3 that was on like a shirt or something, and it had it was basically just a picture of a girl's ass holding a zombie head. And some people were saying that might be Misty, but I hope it's not Misty. I hope it's somebody completely new to the story. Maybe like Misty's sister or something. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, I really hope that is not Misty, because that would mean everything, we're going to have to keep the same characters. And I know people said, oh, no, we won't because they died and buried. But, with time travel and everything in the zombie storyline, that could easily, not have happened. They could just... We don't even know the time set of zombies, because zombies, it's always different. Everybody's going through time. Storyline's just so weird. Now, for number 3, this was one that I kind of thought a little bit about, but I actually think this is a pretty decent option for something else that we want in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and that is a wider gun variety. So I know in Black Ops 2 we got new guns. Obviously, we're not going to keep using the same guns throughout the whole Call of Duty, but I was thinking like every DLC, we only get like a couple more guns, like 2 or 3 maybe per map, and those don't carry over to the box. So what I'm saying is, I say like DLC 1 we get a box filled with weapons, and DLC 2 we get a box filled with completely different weapons and wonder weapons, new wonder weapons and all that. And just, I know it would take a ton of guns, but I think it'd be really cool if we weren't just having the same standard guns plus a few extra wonder weapons, I think it would be nice if we could just have one box per map with different guns, and because the guns do get old. I mean, I know it's a new map and everything, but personally I don't like using the same guns to try to high round every time. Like in this one I'm using Mustang and Sally, as you can see, and basically whenever I play Kino I always try to get Mustang and Sally, or like T-gun or ray gun, or like the Thunder gun or ray gun. So yeah, I think that would be a nice thing that they could add, and I think it would add a little bit of more replayability to zombies. Now, for number 2, this is one that I think some people will appreciate, is a wider, like, greater explanation of the storyline. Now, if you guys haven't watched, like, a ton of YouTube videos and stuff, you're probably lost in the storyline and everything that's going on, but, to be honest, I'm kind of confused, too, after the Origins cutscene and, Samantha controlling zombies as her dolls, but I think, with Black Ops 3 that that cutscene in Origins was, supposed to tease us, so we'll be just have a basically just have a really good Easter egg explanation in Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I think that's exactly what they're gonna do. Now that being said, I don't want them to focus solely on just trying to resolve what happened after Origins. I want them to, try to make their own Easter eggs too, and not just focus on trying to solve it. And I'll get to that in our final point. So finally, for point number 1, I want some crazy Easter eggs, man. I want some ridiculous, just blow me out of the water type Easter eggs. I want them to be really in depth. I want them to explain, like I said, I want them to explain what happened in Origins, but I want them to be not focused on just trying to solve Origins. As I said, I want them to be focused. I want them to have meaning that relates to Origins, but I don't want them to be based off of Origins, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want them to focus too much on what happened. And I think that the Easter eggs are just going to be amazing. And I was just toying with this in my head a little bit. I think maybe they could do it where there's multiple-sided Easter eggs like there is in Black Ops 2, but make it, not just you get to choose which side, maybe you're trying to do an Easter egg and it's the part that you need to get first spawns somewhere else and you have to do a completely different Easter egg, as opposed to you just being able to choose if Richtofen and what's the other guy's name? I can't even remember. So I think that would be awesome if they could put that into Black Ops 3 Zombies. And make sure you guys leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you comment below if you want to see more Zombies commentaries or just anything, really just commentaries about anything, and I can use Zombies gameplay in it. And it's been Uber Turtles. See ya.